Hi, I'm David Phipps. I'm the Assistant Vice President, Research Strategy and Impact at York University, and I'm the Network Director for Research Impact Canada. Welcome to the Canadian Knowledge Mobilization Forum. We're excited to reimagine this year's event in a new online format. Before we start, we want to take a moment to acknowledge the land that we are on.
Hi, I'm Alice Aiken, the Vice President for Research and Innovation at Dalhousie University. Dalhousie University is in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. This territory is covered by the Treaties of Peace and Friendship, which Mi'kmaq and Maliseet people first signed with the British Crown in 1725. The treaties did not deal with surrender of lands and resources, but in fact recognized Mi'kmaq and Maliseet title and established the rules for what was to be an ongoing relationship between nations.
Research Impact Canada at York University acknowledges our presence on the traditional territory of many Indigenous nations. The area known as Takaranto has been caretaken by the Anishinaabeg Nation, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat. It is now home to many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis communities. We acknowledge the current treaty holders, the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation. This territory is subject to the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant, an agreement to peaceably share and care for the Great Lakes region.
Hello, I'm Peter Norman Levesque. I'm president of the Institute for Knowledge Mobilization and founder of the Canadian Knowledge Mobilization Forum. We recognize that Ottawa is located on unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe Nation. We extend our respects to all First Nations, Inuit and Métis peoples for their valuable past and present contributions to this land.
We recognize this conference is online, and we hope that you take a couple of minutes to recognize and acknowledge the land that you're working from.
So the Canadian Knowledge Mobilization Forum was created in 2012, or launched in 2012, because it was the result of conversations really that had started much earlier. As a professional development forum for practitioners and professionals working in knowledge mobilization, knowledge exchange, knowledge transfer, knowledge management, in fields and sectors. Et on voulait créer quelque chose vraiment différent des conférences normales. On voulait développer quelque chose qui était amical, ouverte, limité dans sa grandeur pour vraiment encourager la participation et la créativité des gens avec qui on travaille, vraiment nos pairs. And so what's happened to the Canadian Knowledge Mobilization Forum is that since it was created, it's now recognized as really a premier learning and networking event for practitioners. And it's really a place where people who do the work, who roll up their sleeves and push hard, get together. And so we've held this in cities across Canada. We really wanted to be pan-Canadian. And originally, we wanted to be in Halifax this year, and we will be in Halifax, except that this year we are online. And so wherever you are, that's where the forum is.
This year's theme is welcoming new talent, skills, and perspectives. We recognize the growing diversity of knowledge mobilization scholars, students, and practitioners. From the beginning of the knowledge mobilization conversation, people have been considered more important than things. Talent, skills, and perspectives are what make a plan go from paper to influencing systems to improve. The conference theme focuses on how to continue our journey. We're excited to bring you content that pushes the thinking and engagement of knowledge mobilization further. Our hope is that you will come away from the forum enriched, engaged, and energized in this field like never before.
So this year is a little bit different. Not only are we online, but the forum is being brought to you by the Institute for Knowledge Mobilization and Research Impact Canada. The Institute for Knowledge Mobilization is a not-for-profit organization that was created by practitioners to support the community of practitioners engaged in knowledge mobilization and related practices. It was founded and is represented by knowledge mobilization practitioners from all across Canada.
Research Impact Canada is a pan-Canadian network of universities committed to maximizing the impact of academic research for the public good in local and global communities. We are an organization committed to developing institutional capacities to support creating and assessing impacts of research, scholarship, and creative activities through developing and sharing best practices, services, and tools.
This is an exciting year for the forum. It's the first time that the Institute and Research Impact Canada are collaborating and co-creating together to bring you this event. And in future years, the forum will be led by Research Impact Canada.
In 2022, the forum is slated to be hosted in Vancouver. We're excited to bring back an in-person experience and hope to see you then. And we'll tell you more about that experience at the end of the forum.
Nous voulons remercier nos présenteurs. Ils ont donné leur temps pour trouver les méthodes pour les présentations pour cet forum. We are so excited by the engaging and creative ways that they have worked with us to bring this conference to you. We also like to thank our sponsors for contributing and helping us deliver this exciting event.
We invite you to check out the agenda on our conferencing platform, Whova. Presentations will be taking place as Zoom webinars, while roundtables and workshops will be happening as Zoom meetings. We will be providing asynchronous content throughout the forum for you to view at any time. Whova is available on desktop and as a mobile app, so you can attend the conference from anywhere you'd like.
Le but du forum, toujours, est de livrer quelque chose d'engageant avec du contenu qui est vraiment utilisable et vraiment de faciliter du réseautage en ligne autant que possible. C'est jamais la même chose que face à face, mais on a fait des efforts vraiment incroyables pour répliquer un peu qu'est-ce qui se passait face à face. So we're going to try to bring you an organic experience that you would normally get from an online event. And I think that you're going to find that the people that have been organizing this have been absolutely hard at work in order to develop something that matches the face-to-face as much as possible online.
And it's my absolute pleasure to thank the hardworking staff for Research Impact Canada, without whose efforts the Canadian Knowledge and Mobilization Forum would not be successful. Thank you to Connie Tang, to Sylvia Urbanik, to Helen Ng, and to Julia Levine. You've all been amazing, and this forum is a success because of your hard work. Thank you. Merci.
Follow the Institute for Knowledge Mobilization and Research Impact Canada on Twitter and LinkedIn for exciting forum updates.
We're very excited for CKF20 and hope to see you there. And don't forget, use hashtag CKF20 in all of your Twitter.
Et à bientôt.
Au revoir.
Bonne journée.